Hi, I'm Steve Roberts, writer and historian, and I'm on location in Westerham in Kent in the Garden of England. You can probably see the roofs of some of the houses behind me. I was delighted when Family Tree magazine asked me to contribute a feature on the Stuart dynasty. So this is the Scottish royal family that ruled over England from 1603 to 1714. I tend to find people are on more familiar ground with the Tudors, the dynasty that preceded the Stuarts. People are well aware of the stories of Henry VIII and his wives, Elizabeth I, the Spanish Armada, Sir Francis Drake, all those great stories. But when we get onto the Stuarts, people tend to be a little bit hazier. And I'm hoping that when you read my article about the Stuarts, it will bring the whole family into the light and the whole story will make a lot more sense to you. So the Stuarts, who were they? They started with James I, King of Scotland. He came down to England in 1603 to take the throne of England, because of course Elizabeth I, we know, is the Virgin Queen. She left no children, so that was the first of the Stuarts. Then we get Charles I, Charles II, James II, Mary II, and Queen Anne, who brings the Stuart dynasty to a close when she also dies childless in 1714. There's lots of fascinating events that occur during the Stuart era. The Gunpowder Plot, which we remember every November, the Plague, the Great Fire of London in 1666. Great events that we know, but there were also massive events that occurred that changed the shape of the nation that we live in and made it the country that we live in today. The English Civil War, when we executed a king, the Glorious Revolution, the Bill of Rights, the Acts of Union. These things determined that we would live in a Protestant nation, not a Roman Catholic one, that we would be governed by a parliamentary democracy, and we would live in Great Britain, not England. All these things were determined during the Stuart era. Why are we in Westerham? Well, the Stuarts made one last attempt to reclaim the throne of England. They lost it in 1714 when Queen Anne died. There was a chap called Charles Stuart. You might know him as the Young Pretender or Bonnie Prince Charlie. He tried to reclaim the throne of England. On the opposing side, fighting for the king, was a gentleman called James Wolfe, who was born in this village, brought up in this village, and actually was born only a few hundred yards from where I'm standing. He was 19 years of age at the Battle of Culloden, fought on the side of the king. Bonnie Prince Charlie was defeated, and we had the Hanoverian succession, George I, George II, etc. And we remained Protestant. We didn't return to the Roman Catholic faith. So massive events. If you want to know more about them, read my article in Family Tree magazine. Hope you enjoy it.